Hey guys, time to talk about an app I use every day to stay on top of my finances, and that is Rocket Money. Check it out here. You can see I'm spending way too much money on my Xbox Game Pass, $21 a month. I didn't even know it was that high. Uber Eats, Uber One. I'm eating out way too much, asking them to drive it on over. I need to get control of this, and this app helps me do that.
Yeah, everything on earth is going up in price. Sometimes they don't even let you know when things are going up in price. And Rocket Money lets me know when money comes in and when money comes out and when people raise prices and stuff.
Yeah, one of the features I like to use is setting budgets on my categories. That way I stay on top of my money.
Joe's the one that turned us onto this app. It's been life-changing. I love knowing exactly how much money I'm accumulating, what it's going to. Yeah. Hey, wait, I thought I canceled that kind of stuff. I love it so much. And plus, you can go into your reoccurring tabs and see what monthly charges are happening and even get Rocket Money to cancel them for you. Guys, this app is great. There's no reason not to try it because if you go to rocketmoney.com/AngryJoe Show, you could just try and download it for free. So check it out now. There are some premium features that you can upgrade to if you'd like that, but so far it has been so helpful just on its own. And we love saving you money here. That's what it's all about, guys. So check out Rocket Money, and I hope you enjoy the video. Check it out. Hey guys, welcome back to our review of Alien Earth, the Hulu/Disney Plus series. This is episode 3, Metamorphosis. And gotta say, last time when we reviewed episodes 1 and 2, I got a surprising amount of angry comments or pushback about how you know Alien Earth sucks. That's the worst show ever. I think they maybe came from other channels that at that time I uploaded. You know, they were making fun of the fact that they had one frame of Ice Age, or look at how ridiculous this is because Ice Age is now in the Alien universe, and
But it's just a small.
Yeah, they complain about the Ice Age character, and they said it's like, why would you rescue people with guns? Why does the search and destroy people have guns? They said it had a nonsensical plot. And one of the worst, here's one comment, let's see, Jeff2GS, I have to disagree. I think this series is one of the worst things I've seen in a while. The writing is stale. The characters aren't interesting. Nobody knows how to shoot. Everybody has a gun is completely inept. The sound design is good. The set designs are good. Yeah, you got to admit even that. It looks like aliens. It sounds like aliens. Only problem is it's not interesting. I don't know. I disagree. I found it fascinating. I found it interesting. Found the writing all right and good. And, yeah.
That's Jeff, no ill will. That sounds yeah. I don't like stuff too sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't like this resonates with me. And if it doesn't with you, I totally understand.
Let's see. Quick flash editing takes me right out. Yeah, there's some editing choices that he's doing here that's a little weird.
This episode's super weird with the editing.
They totally glossed over the most interesting part. I was waiting to see what happened on the ship and how the aliens got loose, and also what happened after they got loose.
Well,
be patient. Be patient. I think
they're trying to string
5.
you along for that.
I hope we get it.
The alien doesn't look good. I got this comment a lot. The alien doesn't look good. I disagree. I don't know why. I got a closer shot. Maybe I'll show a shot of the alien here. I think it looks fine. It's CGI. It jumps around like some cartoon creature. Okay, you're not paying attention because clearly they're switching between practical and CGI. Maybe you're like, oh, it looks bad when it's practical, or are you saying it looks bad when it's CGI? It's like, I wish this had never been made. Jesus Christ, Jeff. Okay, but what was interesting, let's see. I don't like the adults acting like children. I hated both episodes. It's more
I could
AI.
I can agree with that. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. You, sir, have low standards and are easily entertained by crap media. So we have low standards. We're entertained.
Do we have a video for you? You should check out Happy Gilmore too.
Alien franchise had so much potential. If they wanted to do an Earth invasion style Alien series, Alien vs Predator arcade vibe, that would be such a good inspiration to draw from. Instead, we get weird character development with a bunch of kids acting like robots and Peter Pan references and weird ass rock music on top. This is the level of criticism We get because the aliens didn't invade Earth like Alien vs Predator style is one of the worst things you've ever seen. And then weird character development. I mean, everybody has their own opinions on what is interesting character
but this
development.
I feel like this is a new little take. It's a good story so far, but
yeah, I don't get it. But so I tried to understand because I was really enjoying it, man. As a fan of the alien lore, this series is like a dream to me. It continues in episode 3, a literal dissection of the facehugger, the fucking embryos of the xenocycle, the repeating of the beats that, you know, humanity, pure fucking hubris from humanity and thinking that they can, you know, control and learn and engineer from. And you know where this is headed. It's a classic story. It riffs on it. This episode essentially wraps up the crash, resolves that, takes the... basically a treasure trove, trillions of dollars of R&D and interesting stuff, and now it's under the control of Prodigy. And this kid Prodigy believes that he can learn from it, study from it. He's excited. He's putting his whole project at risk. This hybrid system to see what the hell Weyland-Yutani has been fucking around with. And now, from basically just that, I know where it's going, right? You know, I know why there's no synthetics, or why we haven't heard of them. I think it's going to blow up in their face, right? When you start messing around with the perfect organism, you start messing around with this shit.
John Hammond did it. He tried playing God. Didn't work out for him.
It's not, John Hammond, he started in Jurassic Park. But no, Wayland couldn't handle this shit. Prodigy ain't gonna handle this shit. You just don't handle this shit. You just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Leave it fucking alone.
Fucking kill it. Burn
now,
it.
I will, agree. By the third episode, you're starting to see some of the cracks.
What would you do?
I have no idea. Starting to see some of the cracks, forming here and there. But even with that, I'm still really enjoying it. I think it's very, very high quality stuff. But it is, I think, starting to succumb to the tropes. And are tropes a bad thing? No.
Done right.
If done right, they're fine. But you don't want to get excessive with them. You don't want to kind of repeat yourself too many times. And I think television shows must have a different standard than movies, or they believe their audience has a smaller attention span. And I just don't like being treated like, somebody without a brain or something, and have these things repeated over and over. So it is guilty of some of that. And we'll get into that. But it's not a nonsensical plot. I can see where it's going. I can see how they, intend to wrap this up. I can see what the message is. And I am still intrigued and still fascinated with the cyborg dude. I think this actor's doing a great job. Yeah. Some fascinating stuff there. Some good weird character development there. I'm interested in his weird character development. I'm also interested in Wendy's new odd connection that she seems to have with the aliens. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not sure if I'm going to like this. So if and when they reveal what the hell is going on here, it's going to be interesting. And then finally, I think that, when you're dealing with this kind of stuff, when you have these experimental aliens and shit like that, and you're doing these experiments, usually chaos happens. And it's usually the weakest link or hubris or something. And so what this episode is essentially doing is planting that ticking time bomb, and then we're going to see which ticking time bomb is it. Is it the hybrid who is super fearful of everything, and that's her whole character trait, is she's just scared all the fucking time, and now she's staring into bathroom mirrors and
touching her eyeball
and questioning her existence? Or is it another hybrid where she's, ambitious and she's like, why is Wendy your favorite? I should be the favorite. And she's going to do what she needs to do in order to get attention. Or is it the hubris of the prodigy man himself? Or is it the hybrid, the cyborg, not the hybrid, but the cyborg, Morrow, who is involved in this, you would think, corporate espionage, but this episode reveals it's more than corporate espionage. In fact, he doesn't even really have permission from Weyland Yutani anymore to engage in what he's doing. This has become personal for him. And I find it fascinating. So we'll see exactly how this plays out. But I thought it was another good episode with some flaws here and there. We'll talk about those. But what did you guys think of episode 3, Metamorphosis? And the reason why we're talking about this, and I know Aliens is not the most mass market series. We're getting a lot of views on the thing, but this is my passion, man. I dream of one day is having an Alien series, and now that we got it, I'm going to review every fucking episode. So for those of you who are here, those of you who are big fans and eating good, let's discuss.
They're pretty passionate as well.
Let's talk. They're passionate about hating it, and I don't know if all Alien fans are like this or this is just other channel fans and stuff. And because we are one of the few channels that are going to do some breakdowns, maybe that's why they're here. Well, welcome. Let's talk. Let's be respectful with each other. So I see some of the points y'all are making. I, too, am a little annoyed with, kids and the kid acting and the trope stuff. And then the being in danger constantly and then getting out of it for, at the last second. That stuff can grate on you. So we need to get past that. Or they need to be aware of this. Bleh. But for me, it's not destroying the entire series yet.
No, I don't think it is, but I think it's still a good episode, but it did dip for me on this third one. Like we said, the plot armor, that guy should have been dead long time ago. Joe should have been dead long-ass time ago.
Long-ass time ago.
The Xeno had him like 30 times. It's like, all right, he's just like teasing.
They got him like three more times in this episode, too. It's like, come on.
Like you're playing with his food. It's like, all right, cool, whatever. But
there better be an explanation.
Yeah, I do admit, like, the kid's kind of like a little bit too much here sometimes. And the quick editing where she's like poking and then like doing the whole scary, like she's scared of the eyeball, her whole fear thing. It just, I don't care too much about that storyline as well with the kids as much. Like I'd rather just see Morrow and Kirsch in more of the species and stuff like that. I don't want to like dig too deep with the kids' background and stuff like that. I think that's kind of a lower point for me.
Yeah, I don't. It was already kind of getting me in episode 2, like we kind of talked about. It's like I don't think that the motivation of children or the mistakes of children to drive an entire movie's plot forward annoys me. It's always been one of those things that I don't appreciate. Sometimes it happens and it works. Yeah. This I'm getting whiffs where I don't know if I'm going to like the way it's going forward. I'm way less interested in the redhead girl. I'm way Nibs. It's like I'm more interested in the idea that Morrow shows up and it's not the fact that they're inept. I want them to be adept at what they do. They're like, no, we are the reason why one of the top 5 companies that control this entire world is we are really good at what we do. But they didn't know that this cyborg was going to come in and screw things up. And I would love that versus, we are not monitoring the redhead girl that's having a nervous breakdown and is super self-destructive. It's like you think that their $1 trillion product would be monitored. So I can totally see some of the criticisms. I'm still along for the ride. Mm-hmm. It hasn't pissed me off yet. I am just kind of getting worried. It's like, what direction are we going? How much are we going to lean on these kids, which I'm not super interested in, and I'm more interested in the aliens and the different varieties of aliens. Like, I want to explore way more of that. It doesn't have to be creature of the week, but it would be really cool to see what some of these things do when they kind of get out into nature. And how do they get
into nature if they're not overseen by a bunch of stupid idiots? If they were overseen by the most professional and best company on the planet Earth, and you show exactly the audience why you're so good, your show would literally be the aliens in a containment unit the entire time.
Well, that's what Morrow is for. Morrow is the perfect foil for that, where he is. I like competent people beating competent people. I get so tired of it's like, oh, they're the most powerful corporation on Earth, and this is the most. It's $1 trillion investment, and we're gonna have it overseen by children.
Yeah,
literal fucking children.
Yeah, this is what I want to bring out to the front, that you can still have a story where creatures are letting loose, creature of the week, oops, we made a mistake or something like that, but it doesn't have to be
children.
Because slightly
high levels of stupidity.
Yeah, because I think it's slightly already under the influence because Morrow bugged him. He's like, well, we could be friends now. So he's probably going to infiltrate that way.
Yeah, I love that. That's what I want. I want Morrow to come in, and I want him to be the one that is the impetus that sets this whole thing off. And if it's redhead girl having nervous breakdown and she
but
goes...
that's not possible if it doesn't have a childlike personality where he can manipulate a person with a high level of access in the Prodigy company.
But I would still think it's like...
If these were professionals, if they were adult, let's say we weren't using the kid storyline at all, and these were androids that are like in Blade Runner or something, then he wouldn't be able to infiltrate in that way.
It could still be done. I think it could still be done because like the Prodigy is super fucking smart, but it's the unknown. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on. He was getting too close to the egg, and it started opening up, and like you could do stuff like that. It's like you don't know what's going on, but you could still write it in a way where it's not a dumb way with the kids.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they want to write it, but I just know that what I personally like and what I personally don't like. And if it's going to be that these children that are overseeing the most dangerous things on Earth, and it's just these kids, and they are the ones that drive everything forward, I'm going to be a little disappointed because I would like to see something different than, oh, they were dumb and they weren't monitoring children.
Yeah, I think, a lot of alien series or sci-fi or monster films has a lot that factor. And I think, I don't know, some people actually write that into the series where you yell at people on the screen. You're like, stop doing the stupid shit. Why would you go in that fucking direction? I fucking hate this whole series. You know what I mean? So sometimes that's written in there. And what it sounds like the points y'all are making is like, let's not do that. Let's take that out of the series, and instead of them doing dumb shit, it's more clever shit being done to clever people that out-clevered the clever people, and now we found a way in. He wants to recover his assets. Unfortunately, as he's recovering the assets, he's a little incompetent, or he doesn't have the full resources, or the corporation didn't give him full. Well, why wouldn't the corporate? And then we're complaining about that. But whatever, something happens, and then it, falls apart, and then the aliens get loose, and then we go from there. So it's that kind of horror, final girl tripping, stuff versus smartly written. I'm trying to find an example off the top of my head. Stuff that stands the test of time, like Aliens. Yeah, there was stupid shit going on in Aliens, but you kind of excuse it. Yeah, Burke is a corporate asshole who, is out for himself and is out for the corporation and ends up fucking people over. That's more interesting drama than I'm going to stick my face in something. But even then, I think
Jurassic Park is a fucking fantastic movie. But come on, like 2 IT guys.
Yes.
2.
Yeah, but we see this when you're looking at something and you're like, okay, I see what they're doing here, but I just wish it was slightly different. And I agree. This series it's starting to play with some of that stuff, and it's a little dangerous. And I'm thinking that. Everything else, however, is so good and so strong that even if we do end up doing this it's not lowest common denominator, but lower common denominator, I think it's not going to completely ruin things for me. If it ends up that one of the children does end up compromising security because he's being manipulated, I think that's fine. I think it's fine if one of these hybrids goes out of control because you're playing with pure fucking hubris on that end. He's taking focus away from his project and putting it on these other things, and it would be interesting to me if this project is like all these things that they didn't think about. What really happens when you combine human consciousness with machine bodies and stuff? They could go out of control.
Fucking kids.
We've seen synthetics go out of control. This cyborg is touching on really interesting, dramatic elements of what is it like when he's getting orders from Mother to tell him, hey, do not help the crew. They are expendable. We want this to happen. And he has to let it happen, or maybe he's even slightly controlled and is unable to help his friends. Yeah. And that's fascinating stuff. That's interesting character development for me. And because he's lost that control and he wasn't able to do that, Morrow, he says it in the episode, the one thing he does have control over, at least he feels like he has control over, is I didn't go all through all that for nothing. These are mine now. These are my specimens. I'm going to recover them. And so now he's out on a mission. And he probably will end up at the Wonderland Island. But yeah, I thought it was another fascinating one. So essentially they get all the Xenomorph stuff. Now, however, how'd y'all feel about the Xenomorph fight?
What Xenomorph fight?
Yeah. Unfortunately, they hit it. Is this budgetary? What is this? They hit it, but so there was a little bit of tussle, but then
it's like go fight inside this closet.
Inside the thing, and closes. Yeah. We see a fucking CGI hit,
dead,
crumpling of the hatch door, and then you just hear the sounds of it. She's fighting it, and then when the door opens up, the alien is cut in half.
He's got X's on his eyes.
And then she is damaged. Now, I like the idea of it. I like the first pass revision. Okay, she fights the alien. I'll trade you 1 for 1. She's powerful. Alien's powerful. Fine. They trade. They both go down. That's fine. But the execution, it wasn't there for me. Especially when she, number one, saves Joe yet again. I don't know what this alien is doing. It's
exactly.
He's literally murdered and killed things in half a second when being released. So I hope there's an explanation. I hope Joe is special in some way. If not, then a lot of episodes fall apart because this alien loves to play with Joe. Now, I get it. You all might like to play with Joe and Joe here, but this is too much playing with Joe.
It is.
And he gets up on Joe, and then he does
eat
the slow, and it doesn't even do the thing, which it normally does by now. But he's
real slow. He's gonna taste it, and
slow.
She hooks it.
She hooks it, and shit, man. There's no way that alien just goes, oh, you got me. I'm going to try to back up like, I don't know, like a dog fighting for a toy. No, it's more like a cat who's in a corner that doesn't want you to touch him. It's everywhere, every mandible thrown. Now, they try to throw in a little bit of a tail whip.
A little bit, but that was weak.
That's not enough for me, you know.
It should have at least stabbed her in the arm. Yeah. Do something else, though.
Yeah, so I guess I can kind of excuse it a little bit. Maybe this is a drone. This ain't the fucking perfect organism like I was saying before. Which one is it? And he just gets his butt kicked, and she kills him off screen. Not cool with me. You have these opportunities to create these badass moments. Why are you skipping them? Why are you hiding them? Do you think artistically it's more fun to let your audience come up with the scene in their head? Nah, it didn't work here. If that was the excuse, it didn't work here. And when she's damaged, I'm like, okay, fine. Give me some damage on her. A little bit of white. No, I need her fucking head to be fucking sliced open.
That's it.
And have the milk. If her head slid off. She's synthetic. It's fine. Next scene, she'll be fine. You put her back together. Yeah. But you gotta do more damage than that. So that was the Xenomorph scene. Any other standout scenes that you guys want to talk about?
I mean, some of the dissection stuff was interesting.
Yeah.
Just kind of fascinating to watch. And I'm really
that was cool.
in a vacuum, I like the idea of the redhead just kind of descending into madness type thing, but like only truly in a vacuum.
I'm liking this. I want to see where it is.
Yeah, I don't. But
I don't think maybe in a vacuum.
In a vacuum, I like it. But
in a vacuum, you like it.
But I see this as we're foreshadowing like her fall, and is she going to be the thing that screws all this stuff up? And it's like. I don't want that under any circumstance.
No?
I do not want the children to be the thing that caused this.
Oh,
thing.
the children are gonna be the thing.
Well, then I
there's no point in making them children.
Well, it's like the whole thing with Avatar 2. It's like this whole movie only exists because all of the kids are fucking idiots.
Oh, that sucks,
and it's
man,
like I don't want.
You're gonna hate the whole series because it's definitely the children. It's like, can it be the children with a good reason?
Yeah, the only other one is the one we talked about that I do like, where you've got Morrow. The Morrow's the one that's doing it, right?
Manipulating
because
one of the children.
that is an intelligence fighting intelligence using the. But it's like if she's just having a mental breakdown, I think
that's legit. I think people have mental breakdowns. And if you're being deposited from a human body into a synthetic body. But this is an existential dread.
But it's $1 trillion thing that releases next week, and they just don't notice she's having a breakdown,
right? Because they're focused on all this other stuff.
They're recording 100% of the things that she sees, and they don't see her stabbing herself in the eye with her finger. It's
I see. Oh yeah. They do say in the episode we record everything through the eyes. But I guess they don't have her eye camera on. I get what you're saying, Alex.
But they have the 2 doctors that are supposed to be taking care of them.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
You see how the doctor is so emotionally invested in Wendy only. It's playing favoritism that she's laying next to her bed.
I mean, we're discussing something that hasn't even happened yet. So it's like it could actually go off in a totally reasonable way and all that. But I'm just saying that we're getting. I
like that there's multiple explosions or multiple bombs being planted here.
Yeah,
because it could be that.
I don't like some of the bombs. Yeah.
Do you think all the bombs are going to go off at once? That'd be crazy. And what is with this guy in the hallway constant? Or it's a chick, or we realize it's old grandma. And she's the one in the ice suit that's like, I don't know what she's doing. Because they made it a point to show that person spraying or something, containing. There's leaking. I don't know what's happening. I hope that that's not just a red herring and that there's something with this because I like that mystery. But yeah, Alex touched on a really good scene, the dissection. Like, as an Aliens fan, that is just the good stuff right there. Like, to see, here's the inner layer of the outside.
Yeah,
you get past
I like
the
that
outside,
a lot.
you get the inner layer. I like that the eggs don't react for synthetics because they're like, well, that's not compatible. It only reacts for a real human. And Timothy Olyphant's character, is Kirsch, notices it and gets him out. And, it's good stuff there. And then they take the embryo and they watch the... But interestingly, they take Joe's lung. It was like, how did y'all know that was going to happen? And the same, I guess they would have just harvested the old lung, but they had one there.
I thought they were going to do, put this on the fucking sheep or something.
No, we know that what happens to the sheep.
Maybe it is the sheep's lung.
No, it's Joe's lung. We know what happens to the sheep because they showed us in the trailer what happens to her.
Yeah, that's what I thought I was going to connect here, but I guess the next episode.
Oh, cool! The sheep is gonna pay off. I must have missed that.
No, you saw it
during the trailer.
It's really interesting.
Forgotten.
That's the stuff I'm really excited for, and I was like, because there's 8 episodes, and I was like, 3 or 4, and if it's not next episode, so we need to start paying off.
I think
some
it's
of the
next
stuff.
episode because it's called Observation. He's going to observe how these different creatures do their things.
Yeah.
And then the next one is probably going to be like shit getting broken.
Yeah, they got the bunnies.
They showed all the bunnies and all the other
things. No!
Yeah.
Fuck!
We'll see who gets the eye.
No.
I know.
Okay, so another scene here that I wanted to talk about was Morrow versus the kids. I thought this was well acted, well written, just fascinating. He can tell something's up with these two. They don't act like normal soldiers. The way he treats the other soldiers, turn around, cuff yourself up.
He's got a gun.
Get in there, and he's serious. But then he notices the kid, so he tries to soften. But you can see he's not good at softening. So I like that. That's all layers and acting. And he's trying to gain their trust, trying to ask them, then gets a little mean with them when they're not, not answering his questions and stuff. And I love the fact that he plants the bug on.
I think slightly.
Slightly. Right. Yeah, slightly. And now he can communicate with him. And so he's in the world. And I like the real world is interesting too. So he's like stealing stuff off the street to sustain himself. He's not coming into Weyland-Yutani. They're like, come in. He's not coming in. because he has his own agenda now.
I want that street food.
Yeah.
Well, we find out that it's a new person because he's been away for 65 years.
65 years. That's what. The first episode said they'd been.
Yeah, he's been gone for 65 years. Like,
That's
oh,
right. Yeah,
you're talking about my
grandma.
Yeah, you're talking about my grandma. No, it's under new management now.
The chick, yeah, she's like, "Where's my aliens at?"
Yeah.
I love the world here. Even the little boat that they had is like, I don't know. It's like just cool.
That's what I mean. You should
make this.
Thailand is awesome.
Yeah.
Like everyone should have a chance to go.
But not eat tarantulas. No.
I ate tarantulas and stuff there, but yeah, there's also some amazing street food, and you get on those boats. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. But yeah, so I can see how this scene might annoy at least those people that were like, "Oh, I fucking hate it when they act like kids." It's probably gonna annoy them, but like to me, they're acting in character. He's able to manipulate them. They're like,
that's what we mentioned the first ones we kind of reviewed.
I allow it for the story to unfold.
I don't love it. I wouldn't even say I like it, but I'm tolerating it, and it's like and it's just like okay.
Yeah, because we said last time we were hoping they would kind of advance fast and kind of like move.
Well, it does seem like they're moving past it, and I think at this point all the is kind of done. And it's more now, okay, I've got you. I'm going to manipulate this way in. This one's probably going to go crazy. This one's probably going to grab for attention from the founder and try to fuck Wendy up or do something underhanded, but it's got me interested. I want to see. I know where it's going, right? It's going to blow up in Prodigy's face. You know, we haven't really heard about this Prodigy company.
Because he got nuked from orbit.
Because it's got fucked up. You know, so some way it's gonna get fucked up in the end.
I want to see it all.
But I'm curious. And then who makes it out? Because like, do they plan on doing a season 2, or did they plan on carrying the Wendy character forward? Did they plan on carrying the Joe character forward? I don't know. But ultimately, I forgot to mention. So Joe doesn't escape completely unscathed this time, thank God. Because if he did, I'd be complaining about it. He gets impaled this time, and he gets thrown. And I'm like, all right, fine. And he's doing the best he can under the limited power until he faints. And I will buy that in this future technology, you can save somebody from an impale. So he's being operated on. His lung is being replaced and modified. Do you think they're going an angle where they're going to turn him into a cyborg or nah? Because Prodigy, they don't do the cyborgs.
I don't think they care about him at all, and the only reason they're going to keep him alive to a point so that it keeps Wendy happy, and that's about it.
So they'll probably fix him up. They're not going to make him better or whatever. Because this could have been the out. Because we were like, what? Do you think he ends up a hybrid as well? This could have been the way to do it, is to kill him off completely. But it looks like he's going to retain his human nature.
And his team's still there, which I think is the foreshadowing for what's coming too, because his search and rescue team was there going to Neverland. And so it's like they're there, they're armed. There's the team that can kind of be the response to all of the hopefully aliens coming out next episode and killing a bunch of people.
Are they not going to replace his lung?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
I was like, well,
what do you think is going on here with Wendy, man? I don't like this.
I still think it's the same thing, where the aliens communicate with each other on a certain whatever frequency that we normally can't hear, and something's wrong with her construction that she can pick up on it.
Because they did mention that before, but it's
not in
weird.
Her creation. She was created for this purpose. It was that something in her creation lets her tune into it, and nobody else have been able to tune in.
Remember when our computer speakers used to be able to tell the future and pick up on our cell phone, or like, someone's about to get a phone call. Yeah.
I like. Okay. So hearing Alex explain it,
but enough
like that, I think I like it a little more. I don't know why I was making other connections in my head.
It better not be a higher power bullshit.
It's clearly what it is. No, I'm not gonna be that. But I meant like
because I was thinking something was going on. Because like even when they were dissecting it, like she was already fainting, and then like they killed it.
Yeah, because
the transfer, she's passed out.
But the face hugger itself is having pain, and it's sending signals to the other face huggers, help me or whatever. Kind of cool now. All right.
I'm interested.
Yeah. All right, so that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and go with the final verdict.
6. I think it's above average. Still have my attention. It's just a fall in quality from the other ones. I still think it's above average television. I'm still interested. It feels kind of like the setup and the lull before something crazy happens. So it's not going to have like the huge impact and huge score, but I think it's still totally a serviceable episode. I still enjoy it. getting whiffs of stuff I may not like.
Same. I'm at a 7 though. It's a calm before the storm, I hope, and I hope everything just starts going crazy after this.
Same. As an Alien fan, I'm at an 8 though, because I'm enjoying it more. There are deduction points here. The resolution of the alien fight was disappointing. I'm glad it was there, but it wasn't enough for me. -1 there, and then the other one comes from a collection of things and tropes in the rest of the episode that kind of add up to what we're doing here. But I found it pretty fascinating, the universe, the lore that they're building with the city, prodigies, hubris, and taking focus off of this amazing project. And Kirsch is even pointing this out. He's like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, is this worth it? And he's just planting all these seeds. And then the episode planting all these potential bombs that can go off, if not all of the bombs going off at once, which is going to be a beautiful disaster and a huge train wreck. And it'll be interesting to see which one sets it all off, or, like I said, if all of them do. The Maru Yutani stuff, the egg dissection stuff, for me alone, I mean, that individual, that's like 9-10 territory for me. I like that kind of stuff. And then now hearing this explanation, clearly she's tuned into the hive mind, right? Because they've always played with this idea that the aliens are a hive. It's a hive war, and the queen can call, the aliens to her. Now, I'm wondering if they're going to take it to the extreme and saying, okay, well, now that she's aware of all the hive, and now that she's aware and in tune of these frequencies, is she so smart because she's given an AI brain that now she can mimic these and become an AI queen, and she can start to control like the aliens. That's interesting.
She can do the Chris Pratt thing and just,
or she like do the cat thing where the cats are like. You know, the cats trying to do the bird calls, and I'm like, I don't think birds sound like that at all. But they're gonna blend in with the birds. So we'll see where it goes. And thank y'all so much for watching, and we will see you guys on the next Angry Joe show. Bye, guys.